Hi, and welcome to Build Your Own Workout. Before we dive into this presentation, we will be referring to the SMART Goal worksheet and your personal workout handout, so make sure you have those available. It will also be helpful to have the handouts that demonstrate the various exercises for different muscle groups. Print out these attachments to have them easily accessible if you can. First, let's talk about why we want to be physically active. One reason is because exercise combats health conditions and diseases. No matter what your current weight, being active boosts your good cholesterol and reduces your unhealthy cholesterol, which keeps your blood flowing smoothly and decreases your risk of cardiovascular disease. Regular exercise also helps prevent or manage a wide range of health problems and concerns, things like stroke, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, depression, a number of types of cancer, arthritis, and falls. Exercise also improves your mood. Physical activity stimulates various brain chemicals that may leave you feeling happier and more relaxed. And who doesn't want that? You might also feel more self-confident and feel better about your appearance when you exercise regularly by boosting your self-esteem. Exercise also boosts energy. Regular physical activity can improve your muscle strength and boost your endurance. I'm sure everyone has asked somebody who recently started exercising how they feel, and they probably told you, I feel great, I have so much more energy. Exercise delivers oxygen and nutrients to your tissues and helps your cardiovascular system work more efficiently. And when your heart and lung health improves, you have more energy to tackle daily chores. Exercise is also going to promote better sleep. Regular physical activity can help you fall asleep faster and deepen your sleep. Of course, it also helps with weight management, so exercise can help prevent excess weight gain or help maintain a healthy weight. When you engage in physical activity, you burn calories. The more intense the activity, the more calories you burn. Regular trips to the gym are great, but don't worry if you can't find a large chunk of time to exercise each day. To reap the benefits of exercise, just become more active throughout your day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Rev up your household chores. Take a short walk here and there. Every little bit counts, and consistency is really the key. Exercise is also fun and social. It gives you a chance to unwind, enjoy the outdoors, or simply engage in activities that make you happy. Physical activity can also help you connect with family or friends in a fun, social setting. An exercise plan is essentially a roadmap that clearly identifies the steps that you need to take to reach your desired destination. Research has shown that goal setting greatly increases the chances of adherence and the achievement of outcomes. There's a saying that you can only manage what you measure. Exercise plans clearly establish what the goals were when you started and then allow you to monitor where you're going as you go along. It also helps you to assess and reassess what is working and what isn't. This way you can adjust your approach. So here comes the fun part. Today, you'll complete a personal plan for your physical wellness journey. Whether it's starting to walk one day a week, or adding onto a plan that's already in place, or just switching things up for something new. So to start, think about what is it that you want to do? Why do you want to be more active? What would that bring to your life? Take a look at the exercise grid handout. This grid can be used as a guide as you design your own workout. As we walk through these next steps, you'll fill in this information: the setting where you plan to work out, the exercises you intend to do, the numbers of sets and reps you will do, and the amount of weight you'll lift if applicable. It's always nice to print out multiple copies, and you could use one to create a workout today and save one to copy for future workouts. So first you need to decide on your setting. Where are you going to exercise? You want to take into consideration your preferences, your schedule, and your budget. What's the weather like? Does outside or inside work better for you right now? Do you have a little wiggle room in your budget to join a gym? Is there somewhere you could go close to your house, or would you feel more comfortable working out at home? Thinking about these things is important because to succeed, you have to make what you're doing accessible to your current lifestyle. All right, next, think about what your style is. So we'll talk a little bit about each of the ones you see here. Maybe your style is the traditional reps and sets. So a benefit of this is it's great for overall fitness improvement because it allows you to work all body parts similarly and work out some imbalances. And we'll dive more into how to develop a reps and sets program later. The pyramid workout is when the first set has the most amount of reps and the lightest weight. As the weight increases, the reps decrease. If you're doing this style, you always want to have a spotter. So an example would be that first you do a lift of 130 pounds with 15 reps. You move up to 150 pounds and do 12 reps. Move up to 180 pounds and do 10 reps. Move up to 200 pounds and do 8 reps. So you can see it's getting more and more challenging, but doing fewer and fewer reps. A benefit to lifting weights like this is that it naturally increases the volume you're using. As you go up the pyramid, your weights are naturally going to increase, so it's a good way to bust through a plateau if you've reached one. And then there's the reverse pyramid, which is just the opposite. You're going to come down the other side of the pyramid. You start out heavy and at a low rep, and as the weight decreases, your reps increase. Once again, this really challenges your muscles, so make sure you have a spotter. So for this, you might start with 200 pounds and do 4 reps, then go down to 180 pounds and do 8 reps, down to 160 pounds and do 10 reps, down to 140 pounds and do 12 reps. The benefit of this is that it helps you build your endurance by lifting the heavy weight up front. You'll see good results. You are going to be sore for the next couple of days. The last style we're going to talk about is Tabata. Tabata is all based on time and effort. This is a great way to take your workout home when you don't have a lot of equipment or time. This is a type of HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. So how this works, the program is 20 seconds of high effort, whatever high effort looks like for you, followed by 10 seconds of break or recovery. That 20 to 10 pattern repeats 4 times, which gets you to 4 minutes. Usually there are 5 different combinations of exercises that are chosen, working different body parts. You can make this combination up, or there's free apps on your phone, like the interval timer, that will time it all out for you. And a benefit of this is that it allows you to get an intense workout in a short amount of time. It increases your metabolic rate and really helps you prevent your muscles from plateauing. So now let's think about a goal. Why are you working out? What do you hope to work towards? And what would it be like to accomplish that? Pull out your SMART goal setting worksheet. Pause the video and fill out this SMART goal sheet to map out your goal. By getting really specific about how you're going to reach this goal, you're setting yourself up for success. Alright, so why do you think it's important to warm up? Think of your muscles as saltwater taffy. If you put a saltwater taffy in the fridge, how hard would it get? That's what your muscles are like when you wake up or before you go through a warm-up. Now think of that saltwater taffy after it's been sitting in a car all day and it's really warm. What is it like? It's very pliable. You can pull it and twist it in any way you want. That is what your body is like after a warm-up. The blood is flowing and your muscles are ready for what you're going to do next. Especially for morning exercises, a warm-up is very important. Injuries are more likely to occur in morning exercises, especially when they forget to warm up. So choose one warm-up exercise. Your warm-up should be a good 5 to 10 minutes long. Choose one of these options. It could be walking outdoors. The pro of this is that it's weight-bearing. It prevents osteoporosis, and you don't need a gym or any equipment. Another option is using a treadmill, which is also weight-bearing, but it's a softer surface to land on, which can be really helpful for your joints, and you can set your own speed. Another option is using an arc trainer. The pro of this is it has very minimal impact on your knees and hips, but it still works the muscles really well. Or a final option is a recumbent bike, and the pro of this is that it's really safe for joint problems. It's easy to use, and it's a non-weight-bearing activity. Or choose something else that works for you. Think about what you could do if you're working out at home. Now remember, this is all about you. Keep that in mind as we work through the next few slides. Each person has their own strengths and weaknesses that they bring to the table. That's totally normal. But for the most part, when you look at the next couple of slides, the top left picture is going to be the easiest in that category. As you move to the right, you're working the same muscle group in a different way. And as you move down, the exercises will be more challenging. Alright, so we're going to be starting with strength exercises. But first you need to think about the number of sets and reps to perform. Different amounts are going to lead to different results, so that's how you can make that decision. And reps are the number of times that you complete a motion. So if you're going for toning, your goal is to tone your muscles, you want to do 12 to 15 reps. If your goal is weight management, you want to do 15 to 20 reps. And if your goal is strength building, you want to do 8 to 12 reps. The sets are how many times you complete one group of reps. So for beginners, you'll start with one set. And if you're more of an intermediate to an advanced exerciser, you can do 2 to 3 sets. And then when thinking about how much weight to use, essentially if you use heavier weights, you perform fewer reps. So the strength building, if you remember, we said to do 8 to 12 reps for strength building. So that's a lower amount of reps, so you're going to use higher weights. If you're using lighter weights, perform more reps. So for weight management, we said you would do 15 to 20 reps. So for that, you're going to be doing a lighter weight as you do more reps. It's also important to rest between sets. If you're aiming to build muscle, take longer breaks, about 2 minutes, and use more weights. If your goal is weight loss, you'll take shorter breaks. For example, 15 reps with just 20 seconds of rest between sets. Alright, so we've already chosen your workout. So now to continue building your workout, you want to choose 2 to 3 core exercises. Why is this important? The stronger your core is, the less likely you are to hurt your back. These exercises are organized by experience level. Once again, beginner exercises are in the top row, and more advanced exercises are in the bottom row. If you aren't familiar with any of these exercises or the movements on the following slides, Google the movement. That will pull up videos and descriptions of how the movement is done for you. It's important to focus on doing movements properly in order to avoid injury. So here's the name of these exercises, so you can pick a few and Google them if needed. On the top row, starting at the left, we have the quadruped, scaption, and prone cobra. In the middle row, we have lower abs. Here you're going to be lowering the feet to the ground, keeping your back flat, not pulling your chest to your knees. In the middle, crunches, and then plank. And on the bottom row, we have bicycle crunches, obliques crunches, and plank with row. For these exercises, the key is always to keep your stomach tight. So picture that you're trying to draw your belly button in towards your spine. Next, you're going to choose 2 to 3 leg exercises. Why are leg exercises important? The stronger you keep your legs, the more pressure you take off your knees and ankles when you're being physically active. Here's the leg exercises. On the top row, we have mule kick, heel press, and abs while seated on the ball. On the middle row, we have squat, step up, and lunge. And on the bottom row, we have toe touch, hamstring curls on ball, and back foot lunges. So here you'll see the last row is the most challenging because it requires more balance. Because here you're doing exercises on one leg or on a ball. And here's a key tip for your form with doing these exercises. Pay attention to try to prevent your knees from going over your toes when you're squatting, and try to keep them square. Don't let them cave in. Up next, you want to choose your arm exercises. Why are arm exercises important? Well, these really can make your everyday life easier. Instead of carrying one bag of groceries in at a time, you might be able to do them all in one trip. And let's be honest, that's everyone's goal. So here's the exercises you see here from left to right, starting in the top. We've got wall push-ups, tricep kickbacks, seated row with band. In the middle row, we have push-ups on the ground, dips from a bench, and SA row leaning on the ball. And on the bottom row, we have diamond push-ups, quadruped kickbacks, and pull-ups. A key tip with these exercises: if you have shoulder problems, we definitely recommend that you stay away from doing exercises that require you to raise your arms above shoulder height. So keep that in mind when picking your exercises. All right, so finally you need to choose a cardiovascular exercise. So this could be cycling, running, walking uphill, using the elliptical, anything like that. The American Heart Association says you need at least 20 minutes in your target heart range to see health benefits for your heart. So how much time do you want to spend on this portion of your workout? Beginner, or if you haven't worked out in a while, go for 15 to 20 minutes. If you work out on a regular basis, go for 20 to 30 minutes. And if you really want to push your fitness, go for 20 to 30 minutes, but include intervals. So intervals are where you go back and forth between a higher and lower intensity. So start out with 30 seconds going really hard, and then 60 seconds dialing it back down to easier, and build up your time from there. The key point to keep in mind with cardio exercise is that you should be able to have a conversation with someone but not sing a song. Make sure you keep hydrated and breathing. One question we hear often is, if I walk all day at work, why do I need cardio? And the answer is that your body is used to your regular daily activity. You need to go above and beyond that to see the results that you're looking for and really get your heart rate up. Finally, you need to remember to cool down. A lot of people like to use stretching as their cool down, so the muscles already have blood flowing through them, and you'll get a better stretch. The stretching will help your lactic acid get out of your system and prevent delayed onset muscle soreness. And if you're prone to injuries, you really might need to stretch before your workout as well. One common question that people often ask exercise physiologists when designing a new workout is how hard do I push myself in a workout. So this scale helps us figure that out. The scale ranges from 1, which is very easy activity, to 10 being very difficult activity. At the low end, the scale is blue, and here you want to work a little harder. In the middle, the yellow indicates that your body is really warming up, and red indicates danger. It is time to slow down. Beginners should exercise in the 5 to 6 range. Regular exercisers should be in the 6 to 8 range, depending on what you're doing and for how long. Do a lower range if you're going for a really long time. And advanced athletes can go up to 9 for short periods during interval workouts. How do you know when to adjust your workouts? The answer is word, or when you can finish a workout without taking breaks. When those things are happening, it's time to increase your weight, change your speed, or try something new. You really want to keep it fun and engaging and at a level that you'll continue to see process and progress so that you want to continue. Now we invite you to look at the goal that you wrote down and think, when would the best time to start have been? Would it have been last month, last year, or 10 years ago? But when is the second best time to start? And the answer to that is today, right now. So to get started with your goal today, choose an action item that you can commit to doing this week. You could choose one of the items you see here, or create one of your own. Just be sure to write it down so you remember to do it. Write it down and put it somewhere that you'll see it often. Thank you for joining us for the Build Your Own Workout presentation. Enjoy the benefits your body will feel as you increase your movement.